The city lies in ruins, smoke rising, and painting the sky with shades of gray and orange. Amidst the destruction, Reynard Cole stands, his ordinary features hardened by resolve. His voice cuts through the silence of the ruined city. I will find the legendary sword. Reynard stands alone, dwarfed by the city gate. Elena approaches Reynard. I can guide you on your quest. I am Elena, and I know the sword's history. Candlelight flickers across the ancient library, casting dancing shadows on endless rows of books. Elena gestures, her voice resonating through the silent chamber. Reynard leans in, absorbing every word, his face a study in concentration. Elena speaks of legends. This sword, Reynard, was not merely forged, it was born. In the heart of a dying star, tempered by the breath of the mountain, and blessed by the ancient gods. Its sole purpose, to defeat the first fire dragon. Reynard and Elena embark on their journey, stepping into the shadows of a perilous forest. The dense trees loom overhead, casting long, ominous shadows that seem to swallow them whole. Each step deeper into the forest amplifies the sense of isolation and foreboding. The fire dragon descends upon Reynard City, unleashing a torrent of destruction. Buildings crumble, and flames consume everything in sight. Amidst the chaos, Reynard stands firm, his resolve hardening with each falling stone. Reynard and Elena venture into the ancient ruin, the scent of damp earth filling the air. A treacherous path awaits, riddled with deadly traps and lurking dangers. The forest whispers secrets, promising trials and untold dangers at every turn. Reynard and Elena move as one, their practiced steps echoing through the ancient ruin. Dust and debris fall around them, testing their resolve with each crumbling stone. They emerge from the darkness, blinking as sunlight greets them. The pair finds a mysterious map. The map promises a hidden temple. The path leads to the heart of a volcano. A rugged mountain path clings to the cliffside, as Varric and his cutthroats relentlessly advance. Varric shouts his demand. Stop! The map is ours, and the sword will be too. Reynard and Elena are caught in a sudden ambush by Varric's ruthless mercenaries. A fierce battle erupts. The air is thick with the smell of gun smoke. The sounds of clashing metal fill the air. Amidst the volcanic chaos, Reynard lies injured. Varric seizes the moment, snatching the map, and vanishes into the volcanic landscape. Elena kneels beside Reynard, tending to his wounds with focused determination. Frustration clouds Elena's face, a turbulent blend of anger at Varric and worry for Reynard. Beneath the ominous glow of molten rock, Reynard and Elena tread carefully through the volcano's treacherous terrain. Reynard's voice cuts through the stillness. We're flying blind here. Any ideas? Elena responds, her voice filled with certainty. We keep moving. The volcano's energy. It's pulling me towards something. Reynard presses on, urgency lacing his words. Then let's not waste any time. That sword isn't going to find itself. The pair steps into the volcano temple, a structure teeming with peril. Traps lurk beneath the surface, ready to ensnare the careless. Fiery creatures guard the path ahead, their eyes glowing with malice. Elena stands resolute, her voice echoing through the temple as she deciphers ancient riddles, bringing them closer to the sword. This inscription speaks of the ancient guardians, their trials, and the path to proving oneself worthy, Elena declares, her voice resonating with conviction. The next riddle tests our knowledge of the volcano's history, a test of understanding rather than strength, she explains, her gaze intent. Reynard clutches the legendary sword, his destiny intertwined with the volcano's ancient power. The ground trembles violently as the volcano awakens, its fiery heart beating once more. From the depths, the Dragon King's spirit rises, a spectral presence commanding awe and dread. In the heart of the volcano temple, Reynard and Elena confront each other, the air heavy with sulfur and the ominous glow of lava. Reynard's voice echoes with urgency. We have to destroy it, Elena. It's too dangerous to let its power exist. Elena retorts, her tone firm. But destroying it means destroying a part of history, a part of the world. Sealing it is the only responsible choice. Reynard's frustration rises. Responsible? We tried that before, and it almost cost us everything. Sealing it only delays the inevitable. Elena pleads, her voice laced with desperation. And destroying it guarantees its power will never be used for good. There has to be another way. Amidst the volcano's fiery heart, Reynard and Elena stand back to back, their swords glinting in the dim light, ready to confront the Dragon King. The Dragon King radiates terrifying power, shaking the temple and threatening to bury them alive. Molten rock drips from the ceiling, as the volcano's heart threatens to consume everything. Dust and ash fill the air, blurring the line between reality and oblivion as their battle reaches its climax. Elena steps forth, ancient power coursing through her gaze. She reveals her lineage, a descendant of dragon slayers. Together, Elena and the others channel their energies, a surge of force rippling through the temple. The dragon's dark influence over the temple visibly wanes. Months after their victory, Reynard and Elena stand at the edge of their village, dread etched on their faces. The village, once a symbol of peace, now faces a rising tide of dragonkin. Smoke plumes rise ominously, a stark reminder of the danger looming over them. Reynard clutches the sword, a chilling reminder of the grim task ahead. Understanding dawns on Reynard as grim resolve settles on his face. Reynard raises the sword high, its gleaming surface reflecting the anxious faces of the villagers. His voice rings out with unwavering conviction. "We will defend our home, stand together." In the depths of the forest, Kael emerges with unwavering confidence. He proclaims his lineage. "I possess knowledge of an ancient power that can permanently destroy the dragonkin." In the dimly lit village meeting hall, Reynard, Elena, and Kael gather around a worn table, the flickering candlelight casting long shadows on their determined faces. Reynard declares, "We hit them at dawn. The element of surprise is our only advantage." Elena responds, "Their defenses will be strong. We need to be prepared for heavy resistance." Kael adds, "The risks are immense, but the reward, freeing our people, is worth it." The Dragonkin fortress looms, a stark challenge against the sky. Reynard, Elena, and Kael charge forward, their determination unwavering. The fortress defenders meet the charge, creating a wall of resistance. In the heart of the Dragonkin fortress, a sense of unease settles among the allies. The weight of betrayal casts a long shadow, threatening to unravel their unity. Distrust becomes a palpable force, as suspicion turns friend against friend. Reynard stands in silent reverence before the ancient carvings, his fingers gliding over the weathered stone. Reynard learns the true history of the sword. It was not only meant to defeat dragons, but also to maintain balance in the world. Reynard and Elena stand resolute on the battlefield, ready to confront their formidable adversary. The Dragonkin leader stands before them, crackling with volatile energy. The air vibrates with the echoes of the Dragon King's might, signaling the final, decisive battle. Amidst the battlefield's chaos, Reynard stands, sweat mingling with grime on his face. His grip tightens on the sword. The familiar weight now feels strange in his hand. A flicker of understanding crosses his eyes. He glimpses the sword's true potential. Reynard hesitates. A storm of conflicting emotions rages within. The battlefield fades as Reynard contemplates the choice: unleash power or face defeat. Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, Elena makes the ultimate sacrifice to protect Reynard and secure victory. Summoning her last reserves of strength, Elena focuses intently on binding the Dragonkin's formidable power. Elena's determination shines brightly as she succeeds in her desperate attempt to contain the Dragonkin. Reynard stands alone, a solitary figure amidst the battlefield's devastation, as shadows stretch long beneath the setting sun. The air is thick with smoke and sorrow as Reynard kneels beside Elena, grief etched deeply into his face. His voice, a mere whisper, carries the weight of a vow. "Elena, I won't let your sacrifice be in vain." Reynard comes back to the city, his shoulders slumped with fatigue. The sword hangs at his side, a grim reminder of the battles fought and the sacrifices made. Reynard, burdened by memories of Elena, embarks on a solitary journey into the mountains. The rugged terrain mirrors his inner turmoil as he ascends, seeking solace in the heights. He seeks wisdom from the elders, hoping to find clarity amidst the haunting echoes of his past. Reynard walks through the devastated village, the heavy scent of ash and sorrow permeating the air. Villagers huddle together, their faces etched with despair. Children stand with vacant eyes, elders weep silently, and the able-bodied desperately salvage what little remains. The devastation speaks volumes of the dragon's wrath, exceeding Reynard's darkest imaginings. Sunlight pierces the gloom of the ancient temple, illuminating Reynard as he stands, the sword now part of him. He understands. The sword's power is not just in its edge, but in its ability to bind and protect. Reynard looks determined to protect the land from future threats. Dust devils swirl across the mountain pass, under jagged peaks that tear at the sky. Reynard squints, a sense of dread settling upon him as his hand instinctively grips his sword. He understands that he cannot face this ancient darkness alone. He must seek allies. Reynard, a warrior weathered by time and battle, stands firm against the echoing silence of the battlefield. The air vibrates with the memory of war, as Reynard prepares for a final confrontation. His sword, a mirror to his resolve, gleams as he steels himself to banish the shadows forever. Amidst the fallen, he stands as the last glimmers of battle fade from his weary eyes. The strength of his allies echoes in his weary bones, and the memory of Elena fuels the last embers of his resolve. Victory is his, etched in the silent forms around him. The journey, a crucible of fire and loss, has irrevocably changed him. Reynard, surrounded by towering stacks of ancient texts, is bathed in the ethereal glow of stained glass windows. His fingers dance across faded inscriptions, unlocking secrets lost to time. A wave of awe washes over Reynard as he grasps the sword's world-altering power. From the heart of desolation, a new Dragon King emerges, its shadow a stark omen across the ruined city. Reynard faces the monstrous silhouette with a grim resolve, ready to confront his past. As the sun rises, Reynard stands on the mountain peak, preparing for battle. He closes his eyes, focusing on the magic within the sword. Reynard opens his eyes, the sword glowing with newfound power. Reynard, drenched in sweat, battles the Dragon King. Sparks burst as Reynard's enchanted sword clashes against the Dragon King's scales. Still struggling to control it, little fox? You think it grants you power? It feeds on yours. Reynard stands alone in a desolate landscape, a spectral sword his only companion. Fragmented memories shimmer in the air, each a painful reminder of his past. Shadowy figures emerge, whispering doubts and fears that echo through his soul. The faces of those he has lost flash before him, each sacrifice etched deeper into his weary face. The ground trembles as Reynard and the Dragon King clash in a furious battle, their power threatening to tear the world apart. Reynard fights with unwavering resolve, fueled by Elena's memory. Against the backdrop of a fiery volcano, Reynard raises his sword, its steel reflecting the intense light. With a mighty roar, he strikes, aiming the gleaming blade at the dragon's heart. The air around them crackles with raw energy, as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Reynard stands over the Dragon King, his victory short-lived. The dragon falls, a cataclysmic explosion erupts from his dying body. A shockwave rips through the volcano as the dragon unleashes his final fury. The ruined city stands as a grim testament to the battle's terrible price. Reynard feels the sword's power drain his strength, the weight of victory heavy on his shoulders. In the heart of a recovering world, Reynard stands among the ruins, his eyes scanning the horizon. He pauses, a shadow of doubt crossing his face. Reynard wonders, was the sword worth the sacrifices I have made? Reynard stands amidst the ruins of the city, a poignant reminder of where his journey began. With a final act of closure, Reynard kneels and plants the sword into the earth, marking the end of a turbulent era. He leaves behind a legacy of sacrifice, as the sword stands tall as a beacon of peace in the war-torn city. The sword's power fades, its glow dimming as the last echoes of battle fade into the wind. Reynard stands amidst the rubble, his silhouette framed by the setting sun. His eyes, filled with the weight of the past, now gaze towards the horizon, a flicker of hope igniting within them. The past is a heavy burden, but the future is mine to forge. With the dragon defeated, Reynard surveys the landscape, hope and determination etched on his face. The world begins to rebuild, but shadows of new challenges loom on the horizon. Reynard surveys the expansive countryside, his face reflecting a newfound peace. A realization dawns on Reynard as he looks at the sword in his hand. The sun descends, painting the fields with elongated shadows. Reynard traverses the forest, sunlight playing across his path. A young girl emerges, her presence halting Reynard's journey. I seek your guidance, Reynard. I am a descendant of the original dragon slayers. On the training grounds, Reynard, a seasoned warrior, imparts ancient techniques to a group of eager dragon slayers. With each precise movement, Reynard teaches stances and strikes, blending wisdom with strength. The trainees, a mix of young men and women, mirror his actions, their dedication echoing across the training grounds. The air vibrates with a clang of steel, and the trainees' forceful grunts, marking the passage of knowledge. Reynard watches the trainees. The city lies still under the cloak of night, its lights like scattered stars. Beneath the shimmering surface, a silent menace begins to stir, its unseen presence a palpable threat. The air vibrates with an eerie energy, a prelude to battles that will engulf the city. In the dimly lit council chambers, Reynard stands cloaked in determination. He dramatically reveals a holographic projection filled with arcane symbols. The council members' faces reflect disbelief and dawning horror. Reynard declares, "For too long, we have been blind. A secret war rages in the shadows. A war that threatens to consume not just our city, but the entire world." Reynard surveys his warriors, his commanding presence cutting through the crisp mountain air. With decisive resolve, Reynard raises his hand, his voice poised to command. On the scarred battlefield, Reynard and his allies stand firm, the air heavy with the weight of the impending final battle. The battlefield lies broken and desolate, a stark reminder of the relentless war. The fate of the world rests on Reynard's shoulders as he prepares to confront the encroaching darkness. Steel clashes, and soldiers roar across the battlefield as Reynard grasps the ancient sword. He recognizes the sword's power, a pulsing beacon of hope amidst destruction. Golden light emanates from the blade, washing over his weary allies. Faces etched with despair now reflect a glimmer of renewed determination. The battlefield stretches endlessly, marred by destruction, as Reynard stands firm. Before Reynard, a vortex of dark energy churns, the air alive with raw power. The ground trembles, the air crackling with dark energy. On the battlefield, Reynard wields the sword, poised for a final, decisive strike. The sword hums with immense energy as Reynard prepares to unleash its power. The sky above crackles ominously as the battle reaches its zenith. The battle ends, the air heavy with the scent of ozone and dust. Sunlight pierces through the ruins, revealing a scene of utter devastation. Amidst the rubble, a fragile peace settles. In the heart of the ruined city, Reynard and his allies erupt in jubilant celebration, their expressions radiant with hard-won relief. Cheers and laughter echo through the desolate space, filling the air with the sweet sound of triumph. United in their victory, they stand shoulder to shoulder, knowing they have carved out a brighter future for those yet to come. As the setting sun bathes the scene in a warm, hopeful glow, long shadows stretch across the city, symbolizing the promise of a new dawn. In the ruined city, dust settles over the skeletal remains of buildings, the air thick with memories. Reynard stands amidst the rubble, his silhouette a stark reminder of the battle fought and won. The weight of victory hangs heavy as Reynard surveys the desolate landscape. A haunted look in his eyes, he whispers, "Peace. At what cost?" The words echo through the silent ruins. Across the expansive countryside, Reynard journeys, embracing his pivotal role. He strides purposefully, a solitary figure dedicated to safeguarding the world. Reynard's vigilance and commitment ensure the world's safety from impending dangers. He emerges as a beacon of hope, his presence igniting fervor and admiration across the land. His legend spreads like wildfire, each tale echoing his valor and selflessness. The crowd erupts in cheers as he passes, their voices a symphony of gratitude for his heroic deeds. Reynard stands in the heart of the vibrant city, his face reflecting a quiet peace. He understands that the sword's real strength lies in its ability to unite. Reynard extends his hand, leading the world toward peace and unity. The city mirrors Reynard's vision, where kindness and understanding flourish. Reynard stands tall, his weathered face a map of battles fought and victories won. He watches the next generation of warriors, their movements mirroring his own youthful vigor. He knows that even as his sword rests, its legacy will live on in the hearts of those he has trained. The world transforms, yet courage, sacrifice, and hope endure. Reynard smiles, finally content. Reynard stands on the mountaintop, a solitary figure overlooking the serene land. He reflects on the arduous journey and the sacrifices made along the way. The figure stands, silhouetted against the skyline, his cloak billowing in the wind. His gaze sweeps across the vast landscape, the crisp air carrying the scent of pine. He remembers Elena and Kale, honoring their memories. Their sacrifices were not in vain. Amid the dusty training grounds, Reynard, a seasoned dragon slayer, stands tall, his presence commanding the attention of the young slayers. With a resonant voice, Reynard imparts words of wisdom. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Face your fears, and you face the dragon. He emphasizes the cost of triumph. Sacrifice is the price of victory. Be prepared to give everything for the sake of others. His tone softens with encouragement. Hope is the light that guides us through the darkest of times. Never lose sight of it, for it is what fuels our fight. He imparts the importance of unity, his voice resonating with conviction. He demonstrates the strength found in collaboration, his actions speaking louder than words. Reynard stands in the heart of the ruined city, the wind howling through the skeletal remains of buildings. Dust devils swirl across the cracked earth, mirroring the turmoil within his soul. He surveys the devastation. VO. This is where it all began, where everything was lost. Yet, even in the face of such desolation, a flicker of hope ignites within Reynard's eyes. But from the ashes, a new world can rise. Amidst the haunting ruins, he stands, head bowed in solemn respect. The wind whispers through the shattered remains, carrying echoes of a forgotten tragedy. He honors the memory of those who lost their lives in the dragon attacks. Reynard stands in tranquil observation, the setting sun painting a serene tableau across his face. A quiet contentment settles upon him, reflecting the peace he has helped secure. The world basks in the golden light of dusk, a testament to the enduring legacy he will leave behind.